Hi, welcome to today's video. We're going to talk about the tongue on the roof of the mouth and how it's so important to do whenever you're doing resistance training, especially pushing exercises or any abdominal sort of work. The reason this is so important is because it will stabilise your head and your neck and your shoulder, but more importantly that will combine to the abdominal muscles to create an integrated feeling of the leg helping the arm. So when we first get clients in here, we show them a simple test, which I'll get Ben to do now. I'll get him to stand on his left leg, and he'll hold his right hand up like this. And basically, what we need him to do is to push my hand as hard as he can. And if he doesn't do it right, I'll push right past like that. So if he was doing it right, so on this next go, I'd ask him to pull his belly button in and put his tongue on the roof of the mouth. If he does those two things and then pushes my hand, I won't be able to push his hand past his head. So we'll get him to do it again. Belly button in, tongue on the roof of the mouth, push my hand, and you'll see, yeah, I can't move him. All right. So when that relates to an exercise, and we'll see Ben do a cable press exercise. So he's going to go into like a deep lunging stance, and this is very much like his thing to do, which is boxing and Muay Thai. And you'll see he has how much effort he needs to use on his face there, because this is about close to 40 kilos on the cable. He has to keep the belly button coordinated to keep his legs still and his pelvis stable. Tongue on the roof of the mouth to keep the shoulder and the head still. We'll get him to do two more. Beautiful. So if he opened his mouth and started talking to me, we'd know he'd be instantly weaker. Well done, Ben. So that's an example of an exercise that he needs to do it. Now the other one we need to do is the crunch. So I'm going to get Ben to grab the Swiss ball. Alright, and he's going to roll forward onto the ball. Whoops. And he's going to go into his crunch position. And when his head comes off the ball like it is right now, he needs to keep his tongue on the roof of the mouth. If he doesn't do that, he's going to really activate his muscles around here, in his neck there, instead of in here. He needs the tongue on the roof of the mouth to keep that strong. So when he comes up with his hands on the side of his head, comes up and he does neck flexion first, his chin will tuck right in, and he'll only come up that high. Keep his chin tucked in as he rolls back down, and his head will look right behind him, so should go into full extension. See that? So his body's full extension. First thing he does is his neck will flex as he comes up, and then the trunk will flex only to about there, and then he'll come back down. Yeah, there you go. And you'll see him sort of shaking a little bit. Alright, so that'll be the second time that you'd need that tongue on the roof of the mouth. Now the last one, if we get Ben to stand up. He grabs that little dumbbell on the side that he's got there. And this would be when we do like a shoulder press, like from a squat stance. So Ben's going to put it on his shoulder, he's going to squat down, and he's going to push that dumbbell up above his head. So anytime we're doing like a pushing movement, he needs to coordinate the legs with the arm. The only way to do that is through the abdominals and the tongue and the roof of the mouth. You do those things, you'll find you can lift things quite heavy. It's sort of the actual theory of the 1-inch punch as well. So, alright, so there's a good video explaining the tongue on the roof of the mouth.